Welcome to Missions VBS 2021. Today we're going to be taking a look at the North American Mission Board, and we're going to be meeting Pastor Jose and Pastor Jonathan, who's been tasked with doing a new church plant. Guess where? Yep, in Miami. So we're going to be going down to Miami, and we're going to be meeting their kids, Angelina and Isabella. So let's go to Miami and see what's going on down there.
Welcome to South Florida. My name's Tim Wolf and I serve as a Sin City missionary. I get to work with Southern Baptist churches and planting churches in South Florida. We're in Miami today, and as you can see from the skyscrapers behind us, there are lots of people. So how do you plant a church? Where do you begin? Well, you have to do some research, you have to dig in, you have to find where people are. But the key to all that is prayer. We are so thankful that God is sending laborers, much like Jonathan and his family, that are planting Christ Family Church here in Miami.
She's Isabel and she's 15 years old.
And she's Angie and she's 13 years old. Her dad is the pastor and church planner of Christ Family Church, and so is mine. We are best friends.
Miami's a great place to live. I mean, people from all over the world come to vacation here.
It's a great place to be a kid too. Here are all of our brothers and sisters.
Our parents believe that the people who actually live here need to know more about Jesus.
So they decided to start a church right in our neighborhood in the middle of Miami. A lot of the people that come here to live in Miami come from Spanish-speaking countries like Central America and South America.
In our church, it's important to tell people about Jesus in Spanish and English, so we have a service for both languages.
Our church's name is Christ Family Church, and although we have services for both Spanish and English, that's not the only thing that we do differently here.
In our church, there isn't one head pastor. Our dads share that responsibility together. Isabel and I like to follow their lead and help with things in the church like the children's ministry.
When going to a new church, your whole family kind of has to pitch in to help make it work. But when you have a friend with you, it's a lot better. Because it's twice as much fun when you do it with a friend.
Wasn't that great? All the wonderful things we found out that was going on in Miami. So now let's go internationally to London, and let's see what the International Mission Board was able to excavate as we learn on what's going on over in London.
Hi guys! Does anyone know this famous address in London? 221B Baker Street. I'll give you a clue, my dear Watson. It's home to a fictional character made popular in books and movies. This is the home to world-famous detective Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes and his faithful sidekick Watson often hit the streets of London trying to solve a case that others couldn't. These detectives could often discover things others didn't notice at first. So, let's explore the amazing city of London like Sherlock Holmes and see what God is doing here. Seek truth and find Jesus. London is a big city, often called capital of the world. Did you know there were over 300 languages spoken in London? Let's take a closer look. In London, like America, when we greet someone, we say, hello. A Russian living in London may say, Privet. A Kenyan living in London may say, Yambo. A Spaniard, Hola. Every nation, culture and religion in the world is represented in this diverse city, and millions of people travel to and from London every year, often to places that never heard about Jesus. So, if you wanted to tell the world that Jesus is the Saviour God promised, you could do it right here in London. IMB missionaries are people who live in London so they can tell others about Jesus and are working with local believers and volunteers who reach those around the world right here in London. So hopefully, when someone hears that Jesus came as God promised and died for their sins and rose again, they will believe. And when they go back to their home country, they will tell others about Jesus. So are you ready to seek truth and find Jesus here in London? Dig deeper and see all the cool ways God is reaching the world here in this amazing city? As Sherlock Holmes used to say, the game is afoot. Let's go.
Wasn't that fantastic, the things that's going on over in Miami and in London? Well, remember, Jesus came as God promised. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, to day 2, so we can see how Jesus demonstrated God's power. See you then.